Okay, hello Intertubes. This is a project that we've been working on for the past 1 year in the background. I've not updated you guys much on this engine. It belongs to a Porsche 924 turbo. This is a Porsche 924 turbo engine, very rare, and we're doing something that is a first in Malaysia, the only one in Malaysia. It's running a electronic fuel injection system with a full standalone VIMS ECU, programmable standalone ECU. So wiring, entire wire harness is supplied by VIMS, and all the sensors, all the auxiliary inputs and outputs, all provided. We just have to modify the engine to implement all the brand new sensors that have been supplied by VIMS. So we actually have all modern day Delphi and Bosch water and air temp sensors. We've got I think they were Siemens injectors, and brand new throttle position sensor. We're eliminating the auxiliary fuel injector for cold start, and we've also customized the seating bush for the injectors to sit properly. There's also a custom fuel rail here. We've got a brand new trigger kit, crank angle sensor, and the trigger pulley installed onto the standard pulley. We've got here the igniter. This is not being used anymore. This is auxiliary fuel injector. We've got brand new fuel pressure regulator, adjustable, variable rate fuel pressure regulator, and the star of the whole engine is actually the brand new hybrid billet fin ceramic bearing turbo. Very light, very smooth flowing. V-band clamp at the back for the downpipe. We will be customizing this downpipe. We are running the standard wastegate, but the secret with this engine is it is fully forged internally. We're running the stock crank. We've got oversized Volkswagen Beetle forged pistons in there, and a forged conrod. So we're not going for big power, but we are expecting 250 wheel horsepower on this engine, and we are hoping that it can produce this power reliably and last a long time. So this is something that we've had in the back burner for the past year. This engine is ready to be installed into the car, which will be coming in a few days time. Then we'll drop this whole engine in, when we'll have to start to figure out how to program the ECU. We currently have a small problem with not having fuel injector signal coming to the injectors below 300 RPM, so our cold start is an issue. We also have high cams in this, Calford high cam in this head, which lowers the vacuum and doesn't help with cold start cranking. So car is struggling to start on its own. We've got to reprogram the ECU ourselves to make sure that we've got cold start, and we get to prime the injectors. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'll give you an update on this engine as the car comes in. When the body comes in, this engine goes in very quickly, and we'll have quick progress of it. And then we can finish off this project. It's 1 year in the making. So stay tuned, guys. 924 turbo, Porsche 924 turbo. So as promised, the continuation of the 924 turbo project, which has been here for a long time. The engine was what we were talking about the last time, And here's the car. The car just arrived today, and yesterday, and the engine has been installed into the bay. So now we are planning out how to route all the wires, and what wires we don't need, we need to eliminate. There are a lot of new sensors, as I've explained to you earlier, with the engine down. This will be mounted on the firewall. Fuel pressure regulator will be mounted here, right next to where you can see the fuel pressure. We're customizing an intercooler to be hidden under the front nose panel. There will be a port filter that comes out the turbo. We don't know where to route it yet, but it's got to be a little bit higher because down there too low. Malaysia rains a lot. We're gonna suck up water, so air filter is got to be up here somewhere. Intercooler underneath here. We've got to open up this panel so the air flows in, and it will house the intercooler. We'll be customizing a custom-made radiator, which will be semi-V mounted. Battery will go back in the battery tray in its original location. And yeah, we're gonna tidy this up in the next few days. A lot of planning. Custom-made heat shroud for the exhaust manifold done this morning. This whole engine is being rebuilt with mostly brand new parts. This whole car will be brand new once we're done with it. So a bunch of custom piping work that will be going into it, and further updates will be given as soon as the plans that we're discussing now comes into fruition. Okay, till more progress. I'll give you guys more updates. Oh yeah, we're currently sandblasting the cross member as well as the lower arms, and then we'll powder coat paint it. This absorber whole assembly is gonna come off, and we're gonna customize the absorbers with full coilovers, high-low soft hard, body shift, front and back. So this car will be a beast. It will be a beast. Steering rack's been removed. A bunch of stuff here that we're just not going to talk about. Okay, peace out to the next one. This is the underbelly of the 924 turbo with the engine in, and all the cross members, lower arms and all that restored. How it looks, and all the wiring have been replaced to new wiring. Everything has been refreshed. We're now just waiting on the intercooler to arrive, then we can do all the plumbing, all the hard plumbing work. And engine starts no problem already. Just waiting on parts. Slight delay. Okay, inner tubes, this is the 924 turbo, which has the electronic fuel injection system. I think it's one of the first few times videoing this engine in its engine bay, and to show you the new things that we've installed. Of course, a fuel filter here, fuel pressure meter here, fuel pressure regulator here, a bunch of the ignition control wiring all here, fuel return hose, coil plugs, new injectors, new fuel rail, water temp sensor, and billet fin hybrid turbo, very nice one. Crank trigger, Okay, better. So everything in this engine bay is refreshed, and we've also gotten a 944 turbo intercooler underneath its nose. Under its nose panel, we have had to cut a few bits here and there to make it fit, but it fits as it is a Porsche item. So it's nice and subtle. Intercooler hidden from plain eye view. Nicely installed. We're going to have a custom radiator set up here. The radiator is being made now, and yeah, a lot of noise coming from the background. Battery hidden here with a cover to prevent fire hazards. Battery cutoff switch. And a bit more customizing going on underneath the car. We've got a tightened steering rack. It's been rebuilt so that there's no free play. Cross member is refreshed. Oil cooler hidden down here. Original. All things are looking good. Very good on this car. Bodywork is not complete yet, obviously, and interior has yet to be restored. Okay, further updates on this car when as and when it comes, I will update you guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, inner tubes, this is the update of the 924 turbo. As you can see, the custom made radiator and aircon condenser has been fitted, sprayed black, with a spell fan in front and another auxiliary fan. This is a spell fan at the back and an auxiliary fan in front, as well as a 944 turbo intercooler placed under the nose panel. So this is a custom made radiator, and it's based off an RX-8 radiator. So your intercooler is in there. Aircon condenser, aftermarket, very dense fins. This is the other fan that we have in front, pushing, and the spell fan will be pulling. So here we go. Don't know whether you'll be able to see it from here, but yep, radiator is in there, all the custom bracketry, and now we are at a stage where we have to install, custom make the intercooler piping that runs in to here into the intake manifold. This one will go into the turbo. Turbo will have to have a air filter around here somewhere or down there, I'm not sure. We've got to get an air filter. And downpipe, complete downpipe, exhaust all the way to the back. We don't have exhaust system going yet. As you can see, the stock wastegate is back in its place, and the turbo exit is right here. We will have a very close, tight call with the steering shaft, and then it will run back under the hull of the car to the back right there. So that is the next step we're on to. Okay, so that's the current update for now. Okay, intertubes, this is the
924 turbo, where we're stuck at now. We're actually waiting for the absorbers to come back with custom absorbers. It's not here yet. And then once the absorbers are back here, we can send the car in for piping. We need to get all the air plumbing done for the intercooler, the turbo, the exhaust downpipe, and that's where we are stalling at the moment because we don't have the absorbers. We can't send the car to the exhaust fabrication guys, and that's where we are stuck. So this is where we're going to leave you for on the 924 turbo project until I get more updates and more appointments all set up. We will get the car over to the other side, get the exhaust done, but this is where I have to stop the video, and we'll come back and revisit this car as soon as we get the parts to get moving on it again. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheerio!